Morning guys, you find me outside a massive bus station in Istanbul, which means I'm moving. Originally I was going to go to Ankara, but after a few days in Istanbul I thought, you know what, let's just try and start moving towards Georgia. It's costing me way too much money here. I'm here early. This time there is a good reasoning behind it, because it's a bit far across town and I really didn't want to miss it. So also I need some snacks, I need drinks and breakfast, because this trip is actually going all the way to Kars, which is pretty close to the border, and will take 22 hours. That's without any delays. But first, I've just got some cash out and I want some breakfast. But looking around, it seems there's not many options. I could get a Turkish breakfast. They have like many options. Or they do toasties. I might get a toasty. But yeah, I'll get some breakfast and then we'll get some snacks, and then we'll be spending all night going and getting some right funny looks here in a minute, but I don't really care. So yeah. Alright, so one thing you should know about this bus, I actually looked through the Flixbus app, but it's not actually with Flixbus, it's with a sister company called Kamil Koc. Now if you think I'm trolling, I'll show you a picture of the sign. Look, Kamil Koc, or KOC, Kamil Koc. So it's 1926. So yeah, I don't know what they're like. That's what we're filming for. What do I expect? Not much. What do I hope for? I want some leg room, preferably for a long trip. Hopefully Wi-Fi, something to charge my phone on, and above all else, air conditioning. We're getting close to the time. I'm going to go in, sit there for a bit, look at the board, and yeah, we'll see how we get along. You need to look both ways, even though it's a one-way system. You can't trust people driving around here. They tend to just get giddy and go rogue, and they also drive at unattainable speeds, such as the taxi driver here. I think if he was in Britain, he'd have broke more laws than well, than most people would in a year. So yeah. Alright, so I've actually got a reasonable amount of space between me and the seat in front. Can almost stretch out. We've got a screen which looks like it's bandaged in, but yeah, it's reasonably comfortable. I can lean my seat back, although it doesn't feel like it's very controlled. Plan is, I've downloaded a load of films and the first season of The Office to get through. I'm just praying I can get some sleep on this thing. It's going to be a long 22 hours. I'm hoping once it starts there's aircon, because it's hot. We're a bit early. It sets off about 10 and it's 1:45 now. But I just want to get comfy. I hate sitting around bus stations waiting for things, so I'm sure I'll be begging for the 15 minutes of peace back at the end, but for now, we sit, we chill. Obviously they move cargo as well, because they're just all the way down there, they're just packing stuff in. One thing that did annoy me is that the bus driver asked me if I was also a bus driver and started insinuating I looked like I should drive the coach, which I don't really know how to take that, to be honest. But yeah, very tired. So I'm just going to sit back and chill. We'll see how this journey pans out. We've got quite a few stops. I think we've got a few lunch breaks as well, judging by Flixbus's map planner. So you'll probably see a bit of me on the journey. But until later, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I've been going at about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's going smoothly so far. It's quite comfy. I've managed to avoid getting a chair buddy. But something interesting happened. The guy just came down with a trolley with coffee, which is impressive. I mean, it came in these sachets you had to do yourself, but that's one thing that Flixbus never did for me. I think you can also get free water as well from down the bottom. But yeah, I don't think we've even left Istanbul yet. We've done 2 more stops. One on the Asian side and one on the edge of town. I think we've got Geps. So, well, I don't know, there's another place. And then about 20 to 3, we get a stop. So, yeah. I'm gonna go, he's collecting rubbish, but so far so good. Alright, so we just stopped at this truck stop. Got 30 minutes, I bought myself a Durham because it was quick and easy. It's been smooth so far, had no issues. The little screen from me doesn't do anything, but that's fine. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I'll try and get some shots of the out the window as the landscape changes, because I think we were going along the coast, but now we're going to go inland. Probably, I don't know how many stops there are left. There's 22 on my route, but so far it's going smoothly. I'm not uncomfortable yet, and I've not managed to get an extra seat passenger, but so far so good. I bought myself some snacks as well, some cookies and a few sweets. But I'm going to enjoy my Durham, and then I think we'll crack on. Alright, so we stopped for fuel, 6 hours in. It's very warm. It baffles me how people can just smoke Wise refueling. That is a definite no in the UK. But look at the surroundings, man. It's beautiful. I mean, you'd have to drive to get to work if you worked here, but it's crazy. Everywhere's just mountains, nothing much around here, an old chicken coop, I think. But yeah, still going smoothly. I just watched Training Day. Probably going to watch Forrest Gump in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to go use the bathroom before we set off again. So, but no, so far so good. Alright, it's currently about 5 o'clock. I think, no, it's nearly 6 o'clock. And we just had a police check. Police just stopped the minibus. Also the coach came on board, checked everyone's IDs, passports, which I thought was weird, because if you can see over my shoulder, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Very odd. Other than that, it's pretty chilled. There's not much going on. The landscape still hasn't really changed. It's just hills and grass. It looks very pretty, but there's nothing exciting. And I just dropped my headphone on the floor, which is quite annoying. But we keep moving. We don't seem to stop that often, and if we do, it's only for like a minute, 5 minutes. So I don't think we've got to stop for a while yet. So if anything else happens, I'll keep you posted. But for now, we sit and we watch the rest of Forrest Gump. Alright, we'll be on the go for 9 hours. We stopped seemingly to wash the windscreen for 5 minutes. But I just want to show you around. Look how vast and empty it is. It's unreal. They got an elephant over there. But it feels like you're on a different planet. There's just nothing around here. It's crazy. I think at some point we stopped for half an hour, but it's not yet. But yeah, they literally just pulled up here. There's nothing really here. There's nothing really happening on the journey. There's not much to film, not much to say. You know, I'm right at the back, so I can't exactly film us driving, but it's for 9 hours, it's not been too bad. I'd say it's better than the Flixbus I got from Manchester to Amsterdam, and that had like breaks in between. This has been quite peaceful so far. I've got no complaints. I'd say it's better than the train journeys I've had, to be honest. The only question is whether I'll be able to get any sleep. So far, the night trains, I've had a bit of sleep, but buses I've really struggled on. So we'll have to see how that goes. Also, when it gets dark, you tend not to be able to see me, so that's another struggle. But for now, we'll just keep watching films until dark, or until I get a half an hour break at least. So yeah. Alright guys, so it's now 10 o'clock, which means we've been on the go for 12 hours. I've not managed to nod off, obviously, that's why I'm recording. They've dimmed the lights, even the drivers are having a kip on the back seats, which is why I couldn't book them before. But it's going well, but I'm starting to get a bit numb. I really want to go stretch my legs. The fact that I've got another 10 hours of this is starting to dawn on me. At least when I did the Manchester to Amsterdam, I could get on the ferry in between. This is just non-stop. I've finished I've got one more film on my Netflix, but I'm getting bored of watching films. I've been listening to music, playing games, but it's all tearing my battery apart. I'm getting a bit bored. Yeah, it's a long way. There's a lot of green lights in here, that's why I'm not just doing my audition to be the next Green Goblin. It's just the interior lighting. Matches the Flixbus, even though this is Kamil Koc, whatever it's called. But I'll have to update you when we do the next stop, or in the morning if I get some sleep. But obviously I won't be doing much more out the window because when you look at it, it's pitch black. Can't see anything. Alright guys, it's currently midnight. We've made another stop for half an hour. The only food here was this like buffet thing. I picked what I thought was chicken, but the texture of it was just awful. Could have been any sort of animal. There's parts at the side of the road there. They're washing the windows again. This guy trying to run me over. All the spaces, he's decided to drive into me. What? You know, I don't think I'll start. But yeah, got a little bit more time and then back on the coach. But yeah, definitely one of the worst meals I've had since I started my journey. Obviously people are smoking out the petrol station as usual. They got a massage machine here, but I think I might try and save my money. We'll see. How is it? Still got 15 minutes to kill. But hopefully when I get back on I'll be able to sleep. So that's a plus. Good morning. If you're wondering if I slept, the answer is definitely not. I've probably got 20 minutes here and there. We are nearly 20 hours into the journey. Your body's just not meant to sit for that long. It really hurts. Your body's just not built to be sat there for so long. It starts to ache and you start to go numb. So you appear to have stopped in the middle of nowhere. It's just open land, and that's it. I don't even know where we are. I've got a Turkish tea to keep me going. If we're on track, if we're on track, it should be about 2 hours away from cars. It's going to be difficult because when I get there, I'm definitely going to have to go to sleep for a bit. She's going to mess me up quite a lot, but I'm so tired. Yeah. But thankfully we're getting closer now. I don't have to do much more of this. Probably anywhere up to 15-16 hours. It wasn't too bad, but it's just, it's so uncomfortable. Alright guys, so I must have nodded off because the guy came and woke me up and gave me the 10-minute warning, which means I'm pretty close to cars. I don't know if this is the final destination. If it's not, then Lord knows where this coach is going. But it's finally coming to an end, and then I've got to work out how to get back to my hotel from wherever they dropped me off. But yeah, I've finally done it. I finally made it. I'm so tired. Alright, so that was the longest coach journey of my life. It was a coach journey where I travelled the full length of Turkey, one side to the other. And you're probably thinking, oh, you're going to turn off now. But yeah, turns out I'm not allowed to check in till 2 o'clock. They very kindly let me leave my bags in the hotel. But it means I've got 5 hours to kill. I'm not really going to do much. I'm going to probably get some cash out and sit in Burger King across the road. But yeah, I'm not too pleased that I've got 5 hours to kill. I've had like an hour's sleep in 2 days. Oh. So yeah, I'll end this video here. If you like this video, subscribe, thumbs up and all that. So until next time, peace.